こんにちは。ビースチョーさんビースチョーさん、こんにちは。マニュエルさん、こんにちは。オラナマステ。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. ジスイムさん、こんにちは。あれ、ダメだ。すみません。デビさん、こんにちは。よいしょ。サブ。よいしょ。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese. I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. I will explain in simple English and Japanese. And I'll be so happy if you subscribe my YouTube channel. I share some tips about Japanese language and culture. デスティニー・プロベンショーさん、こんにちは。よいしょ。According to you, Mom, what is the best way to learn Japanese? The best way to learn Japanese? It depends on your purpose. What would you like to do using Japanese? プロベンショさん、こんにちは。Nice to meet you. はじめまして。How can I call you? Destiny さん I don't know. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. アスタファさん、こんにちは。You know, too bright. It's sunny outside. It's so nice weather today in Tokyo. Should I close the curtain? Destiny さん、OK? Is this better? よいしょ。デスティニーさん OK？ デスティニーさんは日本語中級ぐらいですか？初級じゃなさそう。よいしょ。ハメルさん、こんにちは。アビスさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. 消そう。これなんだ。Oh, did you guys know that we have earthquake? I mean, we had earthquake last night. 私の日本語かなり上手です。今のところ N4 レベル OK? 昨日は地震がありました。We had the earthquake yesterday, last night. But you know, it was in 7.5? マグニチュードIt was in the north part of the not US. It was in the north part of Japan. I was in middle. I mean, in Tokyo, the middle part of Japan. と I think my voice got worse. ペン So this is Tokyo. I had here the last night's earthquake was in here. 2週間後に日本に行くのですが、覚えておくと便利なフレーズ。OK、ちょっと待って。邪魔だな。どうしよう。どこがいいかな。ここか？誰だ？よいしょ。I'm sorry. 待って。待って。ここか。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。Let me answer. ピンポン。Chime. How do you say that? Chime? よいしょ。ジョンさん、こんにちは。これでいいか。そう。覚えておくと便利なフレーズなんだろう。N4 なら一通りできそうですけどね。UN4 So you know basics どこがいい？ここがいいか。We had earthquake last night, so I wanna tell you something you must know before coming to Japan. I mean to prepare for the earthquake. What to do? When? How can I say that? What to do when? For now, there is no tsunami. No tsunami. But there was the... How can I say that? The alarm? The alarm? Alarm? Alert of tsunami. There was the alert of tsunami. Keigo? Warning, alert. What to do when earthquake? Oh, how do you pronounce? How do you spell earthquake? 地震。クイック。what to do? What to do? 津波What to do for? Is that correct? あきらさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Is that correct? So, if you're planning to come to Japan, I mean as travel, or even to live, you have to prepare for the earthquake. They left the door open. スズメの戸締まり。 They left the door open. Yes, we have to. You know, we grow up with the earthquake. Do you know what I mean? How can I say that? Since we're little kids, we start learning how to protect ourselves from the earthquake. Even since when we were little. Earthquake in Japan, yes. ルイスさん、マウイさん、こんにちは。先生大丈夫ですか？ I'm watching NHK News, too many happening. You know, I'm living Tokyo here. Tokyo is major part of Japan. And the earthquake, last night, earthquake was in the north part of Japan. Since the earthquakes are normal or cause any damage, I haven't heard like serious damage. I mean, there was, they do have any damage because it was big. Sensei, you guys were kids. You guys were taught how to prepare just in case earthquake hit. So, that's difficult. How can I? Here. No. Ah, where should I put this one? 邪魔。これかな？そう、北海道、青森。This is 北海道。This is 北海道。And here, 青森。Teach us please, cause here we know cyclone and little earthquake. You have to prepare. So, you know, today I prepared memo not to forget something to tell you guys. Memo. You don't say memo. Notes. We say memo. Stop. よいしょ。ケシャブさん、こんにちは。ケシャブバッティさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. So, do you guys know what will happen when the earthquake comes? Do you say earthquake comes? 地震 earthquake happens? Occur when the ground is shaking. トヤ見てみさん、トヤさん、こんにちは。Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Can I call you トヤさん？トヤさんでいいですか？トヤ見てみ。I saw your name on HelloTalk. Was it you? Phone ring automatically. Yes. You received the alert. So let me use ChatGPT to translate. 地震怖すぎ。トヤさん、I saw your name, トヤさんね。Thank you so much for coming to my live streaming, トヤさん。ChatGPT helped me to explain you guys what will happen. ChatGPT just translated instead of me. It's too long. Too many to put here. I think I have to share the screen of ChatGPT. レオさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for Sorry. I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Today, I'm talking about the earthquake in Japan. ChatGPT. I wanna share the screen of ChatGPT. Where's that? Oh? Where's that? ChatGPT. Where's that? ChatGPT. え？どこ？え？ ChatGPT. Where's that? I don't know why, but I cannot share the screen, so I will take the screenshot. よし。待ってね。Just a moment, please. レオさん、こんにちは。レイラさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. よいしょ。I've seen a documentary on the 2011. It was huge earthquake. I feel like my grammar is not so bad, but my vocabulary is very limited. Which level are you, トヤさん？ヤニ、あれ、マジさん、こんにちは。Have you guys ever watched any videos or photos of the 間違えた of the earthquake? you know, you have to go outside. You have to escape. Because you're gonna die. This is inside of the house. So you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your head. You have to go into under the table to protect yourself, to protect your head. And you know, windows will be broken if it's huge earthquake. So you have to keep the distance from the window to protect yourself. And you have to keep the door open. Do you guys know why you have to keep the door open when it's shaking? Because you will be not able to open the door after the earthquake. How do you say that? ずれる。歪む？ Your house will be warped, a twist, distorted. Distorted. Your house will be distorted. So you can go under. You should go under the table to protect yourself, because the shelves will fall down. And the house will be distorted. Yes. That's why sometimes you cannot open the door and you cannot go outside of the house. こんにちは、てきてさん。どころかと何々は愚か ?OK。今、地震の話してるので、後で説明しますね。Let me explain about the differences between どころか and は愚か。Now I'm talking about the earthquake. Even if you leave the house, it will be distorted. Yes. That's what will happen inside of your house. And when you go outside, sometimes the street is also broken. How do you say that? 道路。Like this. Sometimes you cannot use car and train stops and traffic signals stops. You know, in 2011, there was a huge earthquake when I was in high school. I was a high school student. I was belong to the tennis club in high school, and I was playing tennis. in the day of the earthquake, train stops working and everybody have to go back their house on foot. I think it took over 2 hours to go back home from the school. I usually use train to go to the high school. It took about 40 minutes from my house to the high school. But on that day, I had to work over 2 hours because I couldn't use train and even the traffic signal. How do you say that? 信号. Do you see traffic signal? It stops working too. Traffic light. Okay, traffic light. 信号. So it stops and also, how do you say that? 街灯. How do you say that? The light on the street. They are also not working. シント? ラモンさんこんにちは。エヴァンさんこんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Today, I am talking about the earthquake. So, street light, ありがとう。Street light stops working too, so it was so dark outside. なんて、アビスさん。When I was in middle school, I got a geography project about Tsunami. As an example, I chose Japan while researching. I discovered an ancient Japanese legend related to earthquake, which made the project even more interesting. I mentioned that story in my project. So, I worked over 2 hours from the school to my house with my friends. And then, we at the time we just finished playing tennis. So we're so hungry. And we tried to go to the convenience store to get something to eat. But they're not working. They couldn't use the register. And we found one store that is still selling something, and their register was working. But they don't have anything to eat because other people got them. We couldn't get anything to eat. And in 2011, we didn't have smartphone. How do you say that in English? ガラケー? In 2011, we had this kind of cell phone, not smartphone. And it's low battery. We have to save the battery to contact with our parents. Flip phone? あ、フリップフォンって言うんだ。まだ風あるそう。ありがとう、ストハさん。東京は地震の影響を受けましたか？ Last night, almost nothing. But in 2011, we did. So in 2011, we didn't use like electric money. We use almost. We use only cash. We didn't really have any other way to pay. But now, we don't bring cash. I mean, I don't bring cash when I go to the convenience store or supermarket. But if your smartphone doesn't have battery, or if your smartphone stops working because of the internet, you can't pay. You don't have any way to pay, so you have to prepare cash. よいしょ。I suppose in 2011, smartphones are too expensive for students. Yes. There was smartphone, iPhone 3G, I think. So there were smartphones, but we didn't have. Japan didn't have iPhone. We had iPhone 3G in 2011, I think. サマさんこんにちは。That's why it's important to always have a bit of cash. Yes. Because you cannot get anything if they don't accept pay with your credit card or smartphone. If the internet is not working, they can still accept cash. My wife is in Chiba and I tried to call her but the network was down. Yes. That's terrible. 大変でしたね、ラモンさん。Can you guys see? Here's what will happen. こうかな。Oh, I just read Paki in Japan got recalled because it smells weird. Ah, yes, I saw that news too. ホッキーが。ラッシュさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. And I'll be so happy if you subscribe my YouTube channel. I share some tips about Japanese language and culture. and impossible to return home. So this is what will happen. Is it too small? Can you guys see that? よいしょ。Can you see this? Oh, I said that traffic lights can stop working, street lights and public lighting may go dark, cashless payment system become unavailable, registers and post systems stop, so you cannot buy food or daily supplies. So when if there was huge earthquake, you wanna text with your family. You definitely have to text with your family, or you wanna call, or your family really want to call you. But if you use your smartphone so much, your smartphone is gonna die, don't have any battery, and you wanna get a battery at the convenience store, but you cannot buy it if you don't have cash. Usually they will get people to go to emergency shelters. 日本で地震は頻繁ですか? We have earthquake almost every day. Almost. But you know, usually it's too small, so we get used to that. We don't feel anything. But if you come to Japan, you realize, because you not get used to the earthquake. Usually we don't realize. I mean, Japanese people don't really realize. But bigger one, that's not every day, of course. Ask to rent a power bank at the convenience. In 2011, we were afraid of contamination, but thankfully it didn't come here. Contamination. What's that? Contamination. Contamination. Okay, I understand. Sensei, but I want to experience an earthquake at least for one time in my life. Yes, many people said that. And you know, one of my students told me the earthquake is kind of exciting because it's shaking. You know, I really worried about him. He's gonna die. He shouldn't enjoy. You know, if you go to I don't know the English name though, 防災館. 防災館. We have some places that you can try. You can experience how the earthquake is we have a track. We have specific code that you can experience the earthquake. I tried this when I was little. It was terrible. 動画 You cannot keep standing up. 地震体験これがいいかな。バンクーバーで地震あった。You can enjoy the earthquake. Oh, Abish-san, you're gonna die. You cannot enjoy. Like, you cannot keep standing up and this is fake. I mean, it's not house, so you don't have to worry about if it's broken, if the shelves fall down. You don't have to worry about that. But if it's real earthquake, you can't even enjoy. It's not so big. Tsunami か。This is the video of the earthquake. Konnichiwa, ni hao. Mexico also has very strong earthquakes, but only the coast had tsunami. There are some centers in Japan where they let you experience earthquake as part of education. Yes. If you're walking on the street, the light may fall down and sometimes hit you, or the window will be broken. The window of the buildings. So the grass, the part of grass how can I say that? Comes over your head. How do you say that? You know what I mean? So you have to protect your head too, even you're in the outside. And also the road may be broken. So 地震の話をしていました。 昨日地震があったから。Yes, I'm talking about the earthquake because last night we had a strong earthquake. I remember that in the 90s there were a big one. I'm not sure. It was in Osaka and around Osaka. It's 1995. I think I was just baby. Earthquakes arrive and death events, not something to be thrift with. Thrift? Huh? Trifle. Ah, yes, you're right. Tokyo, maybe the big one. 1995. It's in Osaka. 1923. There was huge one, and it's in Tokyo. You know, we haven't have the big earthquake in Tokyo for about 100 years. But we will have the big one, so we have to prepare. 大阪と、あ、そうそう、阪神・淡路大震災。1995、そうそう、95年。We call that 阪神・淡路大震災。Trifle. And you know, sometimes people think you can be survive if you can swim when tsunami comes to you, but you cannot. You cannot, あ、間違えた。I'm sorry. You cannot swim inside of tsunami. You know, tsunami is, if tsunami comes, it's not only the water. It includes the part of the buildings, houses, and cars. So you cannot be, you'll not be survive even if you can swim, even if you are good at swimming. So you have to escape, you have to go somewhere upper, higher. You know, I don't know why though many people think they can swim, they can survive if they can swim. I don't know why. Some of my students thought about that. 2011年の地震は、東北、日本。どれがいいかな。あ、わかった。 This is Tokyo. Here, can you see? Can you see this? This is Tokyo. And here. This part of Japan, so in the north, not north, this is Hokkaido. Between Hokkaido and Tokyo, here. So tsunami comes from here. あ、そう、仙台とか。2011 was the Tohoku earthquake. Sendai was closest to epicenter. Yes. I heard here, maybe. I'm not really sure. Follow that さん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys... My nose! I'm sorry. I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Today, I'm talking about the earthquake of Japan. When the waves of the sea hit a human during tsunami, they are powerful enough to break bones of a person. So how can anyone swim with broken? Yes, you're right. It's too strong. So if the tsunami is 1 meter, you can stand up with the water 1 meter high. How do you say that? Like, I'm 1 meter and 56 centimeter high. So if it's pool, you can stand, you can breathe if it's 1 meter high here. But if it's tsunami, you cannot stand up because it moves strongly. You know what I mean? ジョセフさん、こんにちは。It took out the nuclear plants with it causing radiation. こんにちは、ジョセフさん。おはよう、こんにちは。かわいいおもち先生、愛してる。ありがとう。背が低いですね。背が低いですね。Even my height, it's not tall. You know, I can speak Japanese. I can teach you Japanese. Doesn't matter. I think Japanese women are smaller than other countries. Even South Korea. We are smaller than South Korean and Chinese women. 日本女性平均身長 The average of Japanese women height is in 20s 1 meter and 57 centimeter, and over 30s 1 meter and 58. I'm 1 meter and 56 or 7. So I'm 20. Oh, maybe I'm 24. Should be 23 or 24. Yes. So I can say I'm 23. From today, I will answer my age is 23. If someone asks me my age. そう美味しい。美味しい Delicious. Did you say delicious, Japanese women? What do you mean? What are you talking about? South Koreans genetically tolerant. Yes, they are tolerant. So I realized, I noticed that I'm smaller than even Japanese average. So sad. ジェムストーンさん、こんにちは。そちらの天気、今日とってもいい天気。You wanna see that? It's too bright outside. That's why I'm closing the curtain. 外とても明るいので、明るすぎるのでカーテンを閉めました。それは本当です。おもち先生は24歳です。No, Japanese women. そよい I'm so jealous you in Japan. とてもいい天気。グルートさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. よいしょ。そう、とてもいいお天気。おもちさん20歳だけ。Anyways、おもちさんまだ若いですよ。1995年赤ちゃん、2011年高校生。1995年 I was already in a work ストハさんは私より年上か。あ、そっか、そうだよね。大学の先生ですもんね。アントニオさん、こんにちは。So, do you guys have any questions about earthquake? After talking about the earthquake, I wanna talk something fun. エレベーターピッチという言葉が何の意味ですか？エレベーターピッチ？エレベーターピッチ？エレベーターピッチってなんだ？エレベーターピッチ？エレベーターピッチ。Oh, I have never heard this new word. Elevator pitch means the presentation. It's made in Silicon Valley in the US. You presentate something about yourself or your own business in 15 seconds to 30 seconds. 新しい言葉。アメリカのシリコンバレーで生まれた ものでプレゼンテーションをします。エレベーターに乗っているくらいの短い時間、15秒から30秒くらいで自分のこととか自分のビジネスについてプレゼンテーションします。They call it elevator pitch that cause like it's for short time, like you getting on the elevator. So it's new word. I've never heard elevator pitch. That's really new word. もっと年上。エレベーター quick pitch about you. Yes, quick presentation. I've never heard. ピーターさん、こんにちは。I'm glad you said. Thank you, ジョセフさん。At what age should we stop calling someone kun and chan? How to call address? Do you say call address? Someone. さん。さん vs くんちゃん。Can how can I say that? 鼻を噛みたい。Can I how do you say that in English? I have runny nose. How can I say that? 鼻噛みたい。We say 鼻噛みたい。鼻を噛みます。鼻を噛みます。鼻 nose. Blow you. I wanna blow my nose. Okay. Thank you. よいしょ。ただいま。I'm back. I'm so happy I can breathe my with nose. もち先生、私の日本語レベルは単語 N4、文法 N3、読む N5。どうすればいいですか？ OK。じゃあ、リーディングを頑張んないといけないですね。How to let me talk about that later. How to improve your reading skill. OK、トヤさん。ただいま。よし。ハピネスさん、こんにちは。そう。さん、くんちゃん。さん。ちゃん。 as you know, we usually use san when we meet someone for the first time, and in business situation when we call someone in office. But it's not only for adult. We use san like when we talk officially. How can I say that? When the teacher calls their students in school, they say blah blah san. And also students also calls someone san when they are speaking in a class. Make sense? When they are talking, when they are speaking during the class, they call their friends blah blah san. Even if they call their friends without san, chan, and kun outside of the class. So san is for official. サニーさんこんにちは。Make sense? 新たなスキルを習得するために日々欲的あ、サズさんこんにちは。スワン、シュワン。どこで聞きました？ワンピースで言うね。サンジが言うね。How close of friend do you have to be called someone by their name without chang? ね、サンジ。ナミスワン。ロビンチュワンでしょチャンはolder person to younger person, we can use ちゃん even they're like over 20, 30. So some of my relatives call me ブラブラちゃん and to friends we also say ブラブラちゃん and sometimes girlfriend. It depends. Girlfriend and boyfriend. Some people prefer calling their boyfriend and girlfriend without san, I don't know, chan or kun. But some people think calling their girlfriend or boyfriend with chan, kun is cuter or sounds softer. You know, it depends. It's just feeling. So there's no rules. That's difficult. Bravrachi. Ah, yes. In anime or manga, you sometimes see that bravrachi. Make it cuter. We expect it to repeat. I recently have purchased a new book, Shadowing Let's Learn Japanese. I think I know that book. That's one of my favorite. We expected to repeat after them. What do you think about this? I like that. おもち、さずちゃん。ジョセフ気持ち悪い。何？彼氏への彼女、ジョセフちゃんへのおもちちゃん。What are you talking about? I understand why トヤさん says 気持ち悪い。What about she? We sometimes use ブラブラし。how can I explain that? ブラブラし。Oh, that's difficult. し。how can I say that? 難しい。ちょっと待って。ブラブラし When to use ブラブラし What do you think? Of course, new words of vocabulary. What are you talking about? ジェムストーンさん。When to use し。We use ブラブラし in news. Like バラク・オバマ氏、トランプ氏。I cannot explain the feeling, how we feel what it means. なんだ It's like sun and it's used in the formal situation. Cannot explain the difference between さん and し。You know, 彼氏 is different. 彼氏 is just word. 用事があるので、ストハさんありがとう。またね。Thank you so much for coming to my channel. See you soon. なんだろうな。If you really wanna show your respectful feeling, you have to use さん or 様。We don't put she in office. We usually hear she in news, like TV program. トランプ決まり。Like トランプ氏。We say ドナルド・トランプ氏。バラク・オバマ氏。Oh, who's that? Between Barack Obama and Donald Trump. I forgot his name. Who's that? I forgot his name. 誰だ Between バイデンさん。バイデン What is his given name? We say バイデン氏。So when we talk about someone like politician. あ、ジョー・バイデン。あ、Yes。ありがとう。ジョー・バイデン氏。習近平。The Prime Minister of China. We call him 習近平. That's Japanese pronunciation of the Chinese characters. 習近平氏。呼ぶときは使わないかな。そうね。それ違うね。佐渡さんありがとう。We say ブラブラさん when we call someone. Like 佐渡さんこんにちは。ブラブラさんこんにちは。ジョセフさんこんにちは。マウイさんこんにちは。ジェシムさんこんにちは。But we never say マウイ氏こんにちは。サズ氏こんにちは。ジェシム氏こんにちは。We don't say that. ウィニーブルーさんこんにちは。Thank you so much for coming to my live streaming. こんにちは。I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years, so if you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. おもち様。No, he's not the only one to be sleepy. American called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. Because he's always sleeping. So that's how we use san, chan, kun. NC. You know, the previous Prime Minister of Japan. Oh, I forgot his name too. 石破さん。石破茂さん。He's almost always sleeping while the meeting. よし。So, does it make sense to you guys? How we use san, chan, kun. I saw what happened to Shinzo Abe. Yes. So, how to improve your reading skills? Let's talk about that. How to improve reading skills. トヤさんのレベルはトヤさん、夏美さんヤッホー。トヤさん、単語 N4、文法 N3。なるほど。なるほど、なるほど。夏美さんヤッホー。よいしょ。So when you read something in Japanese, you definitely have to know the vocabulary and grammar, and also kanji. Yoいしょ。language skills. When you wanna read something in Japanese skills, you need some skills. The first one, Japanese skills, such as vocabulary, grammar, and kanji. And also, you need たくさん読む。そうね。experience of reading. That means you need to get used to reading Japanese. And also, you definitely need knowledge and experience about the article, the theme. And knowledge, experience or knowledge of the theme. So that's what you need when you read something in Japanese. So if you wanna improve your reading skill, you have to make sure what you need. Why you cannot read that. You have to make sure the reason why. Because you don't have enough knowledge of vocabulary, Japanese vocabulary. You have to memorize more words, or you have to learn more grammar, or you have to learn more kanji, or you cannot read that because you not get used to read Japanese articles, Japanese writings, Japanese sentences, or sometimes you cannot read it even it's written in your native language. You know, I've been using Japanese language over 30 years as a native speaker, but sometimes I cannot read Japanese articles. I mean, I can read it with my voice, but I don't understand what they mean because I don't have enough experience or knowledge about the theme. Like, I've been teaching Japanese. My job is teaching Japanese, but if it's about Japanese history, politics, I think I can understand pretty well. If it's about 医学. How do you say 医学? 医学 medical science, medicine, medical. If the article is about medical, I think I cannot understand. I can understand nothing, even if it's written in Japanese, because I don't have any knowledge and experience about that. So that's what I mean. You have to make sure why you cannot read that. That's one thing. Does it make sense to you guys? Do you know what I mean so far? And when you read something, especially in foreign language, you need two skills to read. The first one, how can I say that? The first skill is to pick up the important information. Such as like number, your date, time, your name, or something like that. To pick up, to find. That's first skill to understand the article. And the second one is to understand what it says. Like Tai. Main points are outline, main points. Even you haven't found important information of the article, so you need two things to do while reading. Even you're reading something written in your language, your native language. Like the second one, when you're reading something, you can guess, oh, it's about history, or it's talking about the travel, or it's the story about a girl who is living in the US or something like that. The same thing in listening. 昨日はお母さんの誕生日だからレモンカルロッタ。レモンカルロッタって何ですか？ They say, what are listening skills? Sometimes I find difficult in listening. Okay. Let me talk about that. Two listening skills. Let me talk about reading first. I go off to ブラブラに行きました。So, that's what you have to do when you read something. And to solve this kind of problem, you need vocabulary knowledge and grammar knowledge, and you have to memorize kanji, and you have to get used to reading, and sometimes you cannot understand even your Japanese skills is N1 because you don't have enough experience and knowledge about Timor. That's the reason why you have to make sure why you cannot read it. If you don't have enough vocabulary knowledge, you just have to memorize vocabulary. If you don't have enough knowledge of grammar, kanji, you just have to learn them. Make sense? And listening, it's almost same as English. When you listen something, you need vocabulary, grammar, and you don't need kanji. You need vocabulary and grammar. And you have to know the pronunciation of the words. You cannot listen unless you know the actual pronunciation. You have to learn correct pronunciation if you want to be able to listen. So I usually recommend my students to do shadowing. シャドーイング。つまり日本語をもっと読んだ方がいい。たくさん読んだら読むスキルは上がると思いますけど、どうして読めないかを知ってから勉強した方がいいと思います。You have to make sure why you cannot read Japanese. Then you have to you find what to do to improve your reading skills. DY さん、こんにちは。How can I call you, DY さん？なんて呼んだらいいですか？ Do you recommend listening to harder dialogue to improve listening comprehension? So it depends on the person why they cannot read. Some people can't read Japanese because of reading skills, Japanese language skills, and some people can't read because of life experience. Too young to read that. デイさん、こんにちは。D さんか。D さん。来てくれてありがとうございます。D さん。Do you recommend listening to horror dialogue to improve listening? Harder dialogue. I recommend you to listen something related to your goal. I mean, if you wanna work in Japan, if you wanna get a job in Japan, you should listen something about Japanese business, or someone who's talking about Japanese business models, or something talking in polite expressions. But if you want to make Japanese friends and if you want to talk with them, you should listen the videos, audios about friends talking. So I don't think listening or reading something harder is always good. I don't think so. I like listening to you, but when I do harder, it becomes... I like listening to you, but when I do harder, it becomes very hard. Especially because we speak totally differently in formal situation and casual situation. So you need to memorize different expressions, new expressions, many new expressions if you wanna understand very casual Japanese. What would you like to do in Japanese, Maui-san? If you wanna make friends, if you wanna talk with Japanese friends, you can keep working on that. But if you think you cannot understand anything about that, or you cannot even catch the main points or outline without the script, that means you need to know basics first. You know what I mean? 萩原さん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. シャドーイング。There's some types of shadowing book. shadowing for beginner to intermediate. It has English, Chinese, and Korean translation. And this one is for intermediate to advanced. They have short dialogue and sample audios, so you just listen that again and again and you try to copy it. Then you can learn the correct actual pronunciation of Japanese, so you can improve your speaking skills and pronunciation too. If you improve your speaking skills and pronunciation, that means you know the correct pronunciation of Japanese. You can improve even your listening skills. And this one is for learners who wanna get a job or part-time job in Japan. Make sense? L ドクターさん、EL ドクターさん、こんにちは。How are you able to do the live streams? I've been trying to do this and I'm using laptop. I mean, when you try to start hosting live streaming on HelloTalk, you can get the link of your live streaming. So you just copy it and share that to your laptop. Then you open that with Google Chrome. Then you can click the start button. Make sense? So I like listening. Which one? You, my friend, listen to. Thank you, Joseph-san. I'm finding it very hard to find conversation partners. Most of the people on HelloTalk only want help, not to. Yes. That's true. You know, I'm kind of opposite. I'm usually looking for someone who need my help with Japanese learning. And during live streaming, you guys help me learning English. You guys teach me English words, expressions. Many of them disappear. さつなくやって。I hope you have few people to whom listen talk. 先生、私は今 N3 以上を勉強しているんですけど、誰と尊敬語とか丁寧語とかを使用しますか？尊敬語、丁寧語、謙譲語はオンラインで話すときはあまり必要ないです。 D さんは説明は英語、日本語どっちがいいですか？ Which one would you prefer, D さん? Explaining in Japanese or English? We use polite expressions when we talk with someone much older than you. We don't usually use them on the internet. We usually talk casually because it's not business. But when we talk with someone in business situation or someone much older than us, we use polite expressions, Keigo. There's good people who can help. Or you find someone. なんて? This will make it easier when I teach medical lessons on here. Medical lessons? すごい。そう、you are a doctor. I've been trying to learn Japanese to ローマ字? After that, I learned 漢字。Have you learned ひらがなやカタカナ? You need to finish ひらがなやカタカナ before learning 漢字。I think you can not learn 漢字. It's so hard to learn 漢字 unless you understand 46ひらがなand 46カタカナ。日本語で説明。そう、私たちが敬語を使うのは、I will explain when to use 敬語 polite expressions in Japanese. 私たちが敬語を使うのは、すごく年上の人とか、あとビジネスシーンで使います。インターネットで出会った人、ハロートークで出会った人とかはあんまり使わないです。カジュアルに話すことが多いです。理解します。部長や課長と話しているとき丁寧をしよう。そうですね。部長、課長、上司、会社の上司と話しているときもそうだし、お客さんと話すときも敬語で話します。We use Keigo polite expressions when we talk with someone in a business situation, when we talk with our boss, or like someone higher position, or talking with customer or clients. Make sense? you know, there's one thing that may you confused. we have inside group and outside group. You have to care about that when you use polite expressions. 敬語、内と外。例えば、when you talk with your boss, you always have to use 敬語 to your boss. 上司と話すときはいつも敬語です。で、でもちょっとややこしいのが、会社の外の人、お客さんと話すときは上司に敬語を使いません。You have to use polite expressions when you talk with your boss or someone in a higher position. But when you talk with people from other company, like when you talk with your customer, client, you have to you don't use polite expressions to your boss. For example, 社長が言いました。That's normal. 言いました。Boss says. That's normal. 尊敬語。社長がおっしゃいました。私は聞きます。うちと敬語、そう使わない。例えばなんだろう、例えば社長の名前、田中。That's one of the popular surname in Japanese, like Smith in English. 田中社長が言いました。田中社長がおっしゃいました。弊社の田中が言っていました。おっしゃっていました。申しておりました。田中が申しておりました。to outside of your company. てみました。×ですよ、これ。×。That's incorrect. They're incorrect. Just example. We don't say this. This is correct.弊社 means our company. 弊社の田中が申しておりました。So, you don't put 社長。エドワードさん、Thank you so much for sharing my live streaming. もらうandあげる ?OK? もらう、あげる。もらいますか。よいしょ。That makes sense? When you talk with your customer, client, you have to even your boss make like lower. So it depends on the situation. It'll be different to whom you have to use polite expressions. 相手によってシチュエーション、場面によって変わります。敬語を使う相手と使わない相手と変わります。大丈夫？わかりました？田中社長呼ぶときは田中社長。When you call your boss, you always have to 田中さん、田中社長。But when you talk with your customer, you never put 社長 or ブラブラさん。弊社の田中が申しておりました。Or like 弊社社長の If you wanna say 田中 is 社長、弊社社長の田中が申しておりました。Make sense? Do you guys have any other questions about this? If not, I will talk about もらいますあげます。大丈夫かな？大丈夫。Make sense? So, is it okay to erase them? もらいます。あげます。もらいます。あげます。And maybe you were confused with くれます too. Right? 大丈夫？よかった。そう、もらいます、あげます、くれます。もらいますは I received. I receive. で、I give something to someone. くれます。someone else gives me something. 敬語わかった？ OK。みどりさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese for 9 years. If you guys have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. And I'll be so happy if you subscribe my YouTube channel. もらいます、あげます、くれます。例えば、母からプレゼントをもらいました。誕生日。On my birthday, I received a gift, プレゼント from my mother. I received a gift from my mom. Mother. For my not Christmas. For my birthday. で、This is もらいました。誕生日にSo that's my birthday, right? 母の誕生日にプレゼントをあげました。プレゼントをあげました。I gave a gift. I gave my mother a gift. くれます。誕生日に母から誕生日に母がプレゼントをくれました。My mother gave me what? A gift. Gift. So the subject of もらいました is I received. I received あげました。I gave. え？ I wanna change the color. え？なんで？ Why I cannot change the color? あ、できた。あげました。I gave. 誕生日に母がプレゼントをくれました。My mother gave me. You know, if it's the subject is I, we often drop it. We don't usually say, we don't often say 私. Because you know that the subject is I by the context. So, make sense? もらいました。is I received. あげました。I gave. くれました。Someone gave me. In this sentence, my mother gave me. Make sense? マミさんわかった？ジェセムさん make sense? だ。This time I have to remember it. Yes. And can I make you a little confused? I wanna teach you like something advanced. Is it okay to talk about that? I'm sure you'll be confused. But you should know to improve your Japanese skill. Do you guys remember I just talked about inside and outside group? I always You'll get used to that. I just talked about inside and outside group. When we speak Japanese, when we speak Keigo, polite expressions, we care about inside and outside groups. So, it's not only I ごめんなさい。I'm sorry. I am inside of my group. I in my group. My group. I and my group give something. And someone gives me and my group. Is the part who always そう、例えばI don't wanna erase them. よいしょ。I need more space. どうしようかな。Is it okay to make them a little smaller? Can you guys see that? Is it too small? Can you guys read? I and my group receive. そう。誕生日に娘の誕生日に会社の人からプレゼントもらいました。同僚にしよっかな。同僚から友人にしよう。いや、同僚か。誕生日に娘の誕生日に同僚が同僚がプレゼントをくれました。My coworker gave my daughter娘の誕生日登録 I received my daughter received a gift from my coworker.同僚のstopped working 同僚の誕生日に娘がプレゼントをあげました。My daughter gave my coworker a gift. So I and my group received something from outside group. I and my group gave something to outside group. And someone outside group gives something to me in my group. Make sense? こんにちは。カルロシャネルだ。カルロスさん、こんにちは。そうさ、くれました。So rich。そう、娘があれ、カルロスさん、ハロートークにいるカルロスさん、同じカルロスさんかな、違うカルロスさん、はじめましてのカルロスさん。ハロートークのアカウントが消されちゃった。なんで？ピエン案件すぎなんでそんな日本語してんの本当に。使う言葉が若いな。So make sense? If you're a beginner, if you're in 5 or 3, in 5 or 4, you just have to know this one. And if you are over in 3, if you're in 3, 2 or 1, you have to know this. So it depends on who gave you something, or to whom you give something. In this case, 娘, my daughter, that's your family, that's my family. So inside of my group, 同僚 is outside, it's not family. But if you're talking about your customer, like your customer gives you a gift, your customer is outside a group. And if your customer gives a gift to your coworker is inside a group. It's complicated. あるライブで政治関連のコメントしたせいで削除された。あー、そうなんだ。へえ。コメントしただけで？私ハロートーク10年使ってるけどよく残ってるな。I've been using HelloTalk over 10 years. About 10 years. Almost 10 years. 消えちゃった。そんなことあるんだ。So make sense? If you guys don't have any other questions, I will come back here tomorrow. 3年ぐらい使ってた。やだ。お友達もう一回探さなきゃ。Make sense? So, if you wanna get used to もらいます、あげます、and くれます、you can just make sample sentences and show me. I can check that. Remembering it is I know. So you can make many sample sentences. And you can send me. I can correct them. HelloTalk のスマホで作り直せないやら。あ、同じ番号で作れないってことか。大変だ。なるほどね。YouTube あってよかった。よいしょ。So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining my live streaming. また明日。また明日ね。Thank you so much, guys. See you tomorrow. またね。バイバイ。